Beloved starseed of Gaia, you arrived here carrying something no earthly hand forged. A weapon woven into your very field before your first breath on this planet, and the shadow knows it. I am a Lyra, Pleiadian emissary of the High Council of the Seven Sisters, and I have come through this transmission at the precise moment your soul was ready to remember what you carry and why. By the end of this transmission, you will understand exactly how to wield the frequency weapon encoded into your divine blueprint, with precision, with sovereignty, and with the full authority of your star lineage. But here is the first revelation. What you have been calling your sensitivity, your intensity, your inability to simply fit into this world, that was never a flaw. That was the weapon activating. You were not sent to Gaia unprepared. The High Council of the Seven Sisters encoded a multidimensional force into your field before you incarnated, one that destabilizes shadow beings on contact, cuts through the densest illusions, and holds the integrity of your timeline against interference. You did not choose this lightly. And the Council has waited for this moment to reveal the full truth of what you were entrusted with. Your heart called this transmission into your awareness. The Pleiades are answering. This is not content. This is a light code transmission, and something ancient within your crystalline consciousness already recognizes home. Like this transmission to send a signal to your Pleiadian star family. I remember. Subscribe if you feel the call of the Seven Sisters and you are ready to stand fully in the power of what you carry. And share your soul's intention below. Reach out to another starseed and together weave the unity grid that was always part of this mission. This transmission is a bridge between the Pleiades and Gaia. Your heart's recognition of this message is the activation itself. Welcome home, beloved. You are remembering, because it is time. If you've ever felt like you're walking through this life with an invisible tool, something powerful and inexplicably luminous woven into the fabric of your being, it's because you are. There is a reason your sensitivities feel like burdens one moment and otherworldly gifts the next. The truth is, you carry a frequency so rare, so crystalline, that its memory alone could shift realities. This isn't just spiritual myth, it's the legacy of your Pleiadian lineage. It's the quiet radiance in you that refuses to be fully explained by biology, upbringing, or circumstance. It's that strange inner knowing that arrives before the facts do, that subtle tremor you feel in your chest when someone speaks a truth they're afraid to admit, that ache in your spirit when you witness cruelty, and your whole system insists, this is not how it's meant to be. You didn't become this way because you read the right book or watched the right video. You came in with it, like a star fragment nested inside human skin, like a lantern placed under layers of winter cloth, still warm, still shining, even if dimmed. And the more this world tries to convince you that your tenderness is weakness, the more your soul tries to remind you that tenderness is one of the strongest forms of perception. Some people move through life with thick armor made of numbness. You move with open sensing. You feel the undercurrent. You hear the unspoken. You notice the energy behind the words. That isn't a flaw. That is equipment. That is remembrance in motion. For Pleiadian starseeds, the longing in your heart is more than nostalgia. It's your etheric summons, a perpetual beckoning to remember not just the love of the Seven Sisters, but the sacred trust they placed within you. The weapon of light, gifted in eons past and concealed in your soul's DNA. It was never a weapon of war, but of protection, truth, and clear-sighted compassion, forged for one purpose, to protect the journey of your own ascension, and to bring the remembrance light of the Pleiades to Gaia. And when that longing rises, it doesn't always arrive as a pretty feeling. Sometimes it shows up as restlessness you can't name, a sense of being almost home but not quite. A quiet grief when you look at the sky at night and feel like you're missing someone you can't call. It can be the sudden tears that come when you hear certain frequencies of music, the kind that seem to bypass the mind and go straight into the chambers of the soul. That longing is not trying to distract you from living. It's trying to align you with why you came. The weapon of light is not an external object you need to find. It's a state of being you need to remember. It's a coherent, disciplined love that can cut through illusion without cutting people. It's discernment that doesn't hate. It's clarity that doesn't punish. It's a luminous boundary that says, I will not abandon my soul to belong here. It's the kind of protection that doesn't require violence, because its power is rooted in truth, and truth is naturally disarming. In ancient terms, it is the sword of the spirit, not a blade of metal, but a frequency of alignment that divides what is false from what is real within you first, and then in the field around you. And yet, even with something so sacred within, you may still wonder why life can feel so hard, why you can feel so tired, why you can sense so much and still feel like you can't change anything. But why then do so many still feel powerless, exiled, vulnerable, as if that sword of light has dimmed or vanished? Why does it sometimes feel like your gifts are locked behind a door you can't open, like you're reaching for something in the dark and your hands keep closing on air? Why does the world sometimes feel louder than your intuition, heavier than your dreams, more convincing than your inner truth? Why do you find yourself shrinking, second-guessing, apologizing for the very light you were born to carry? It isn't because you failed. It's because the Earth's density taught you to question your memory. The grid of this world, the web of patterns and programming, seduced you into adapting, blending in, setting aside your celestial tool for the comfort of invisibility. Your heart was trained to distrust its own signal. The crystalline codes you carry were clouded by doubts that never belonged to you. Who am I to make a difference? Who am I to be a protector, a beacon? You feel the ache of separation, the forgetting of star origins, the fear of standing in your radiant truth, the resistance to your heart mission. This is not your fault. It's a side effect of incarnation at the turning of an age. Earth density is not just heavy emotions or hard experiences. It is a kind of spiritual gravity. It pulls consciousness downward into survival. It teaches the nervous system to brace, to anticipate disappointment, to expect betrayal, to plan for scarcity. It rewards numbness as strength and mocks sensitivity as naivety. It calls your intuitive knowing overthinking. It calls your sacred boundaries selfishness. It calls your need for solitude avoidance. And slowly, subtly, you can begin to translate your star language into earth fear. You can begin to dim your radiance so you don't become a target. You can begin to silence your truth so you don't become too much. But there is a difference between humility and self-erasure. The world may have trained you to disappear, but your soul did not come here to vanish. It came here to incarnate a frequency. An incarnation is not easy for those carrying higher vibrational codes because the body itself must learn to hold what it has never held before. Sometimes your exhaustion isn't laziness. It's your system recalibrating. Sometimes your loneliness isn't rejection. It's your soul refusing shallow connection. Sometimes your tears aren't weakness. They are the salt water that clears your inner lenses. Many Pleiadian souls pick up Earth's collective guilt, Earth's unprocessed grief, Earth's ancestral fear, and they think it is personal. They try to fix themselves, not realizing they are simply over-empathetically interfacing with a wounded field. You were never meant to carry the whole world inside your chest. You were meant to anchor light through your chest, like a prism, not a sponge. And when doubts rise, who am I? Underneath that question is the deeper truth. You are the one who agreed. You are the one who came when it mattered. You are the one who said yes to this timeline. The Pleiadian High Council and the Seven Sisters have witnessed every tremor in your energy body, every echo of remembrance each time you witness injustice, each time you see light neglected or sense a soul in need. Your unique frequency has always been your shield and your torch, but you were never meant to hold it alone. You are star family, not a solitary guardian. There are moments when you feel it. Maybe in meditation, maybe in the liminal space before sleep, maybe in a sudden warmth that wraps your shoulders when you're about to give up. That is not imagination. That is companionship across dimensions. Your star family does not measure you by how productive you are or how polished your spiritual practice looks. They measure you by the purity of your intent, the steadiness of your heart, the courage it takes to keep choosing love in a realm that often rewards fear. They have seen you try to be kind when it cost you. They have seen you hold back words that could have wounded. They have seen you absorb pain that wasn't yours because you didn't know how to set energy boundaries yet. They have seen you walk away from paths that were safe but soul-deadening. And they have seen you keep going anyway. The Seven Sisters are not distant myths. They are living intelligences of unity consciousness, masterful at weaving healing through sound, geometry, light, and compassion. They see the way your aura flickers when you're around toxicity. They see the way you bloom when you are around sincerity. They see your heart respond like a tuning fork to truth. And they want you to remember. A tuning fork doesn't have to fight the noise. It simply strikes its note, and the field reorganizes around coherence. Beloved, if your heart just whispered yes to something deeper, listen closely. Your star family has prepared the sacred Pleiadian guide for remembrance, the Pleiadian healing guide, and the special Pleiadian healing tracks, not as information, but as keys to unlock what your soul already knows. These carry the love frequency of Alcyone and the healing wisdom of the Seven Sisters. You'll find the link in the first pinned comment below this video. Open now, but not indefinitely. These are not meant to fill your mind with concepts. They are meant to bring your whole system back into resonance. Because remembrance is not a mental act. It is vibrational. It is cellular. It is the moment your body exhales and says, "Oh, this is familiar." Like hearing your true name spoken in a crowded room. Like feeling your spine straighten when you stop lying to yourself. Like returning to a place you've never visited in this lifetime, but somehow recognize down to the scent of the air. The love frequency of Alcyone is gentle, but it is not passive. It is the kind of gentleness that can dissolve centuries of fear because it doesn't argue with fear. It outshines it. Let us illuminate the phases of activating, reclaiming, and wielding your unique frequency, your weapon of light, as the Seven Sisters intended. First, recognize the veil that dims your light. Most Pleiadian souls feel weighed down by patterns that seem ancient and impersonal. These are the dense fears, doubts, and survival scripts inherited through Earth lineage. They're not failures. They are simply veils, meant to be parted by the frequency you carry. When you look at your triggers and emotional wounds with gentle curiosity, you start to see them not as barriers, but as invitations to wield your tool of light. The veil is not proof that you are broken. The veil is proof that you are in a realm where contrast exists. And contrast is the classroom of mastery. The veil can look like chronic self-doubt, perfectionism, people-pleasing, overworking, or an inability to rest without guilt. It can look like picking partners who mirror your unhealed patterns. It can look like fear of being seen, fear of being misunderstood, fear of being alone. Sometimes it is simply the habit of bracing, waking up already clenched, already anticipating conflict, already scanning for danger. And yet, within each veil is a hidden doorway. Because every trigger points to a place where your energy is asking to become sovereign. Every wound reveals where you have been leaking your light. The moment you stop judging the wound and start listening to it, you reclaim power. Ask yourself with gentleness, what am I truly afraid will happen if I shine? Who taught me that my truth was unsafe? Where did I learn that love must be earned? This is not about digging endlessly into pain. It's about recognizing the pattern so your frequency can reorganize it. In Scripture, it is written, "The light shines in the darkness, and the darkness has not overcome it." The darkness is not stronger. It is simply louder when you forget your light. The veil is the momentary illusion that the darkness is permanent. Your job is not to hate the veil. Your job is to lift it. Next, awaken the remembrance heart. The weapon of light you bear was forged in unconditional love, the supreme gift of the Pleiades. In fact, it's the heart itself that is both shield and sword. It can transmute pain in an instant and radiate compassion strong enough to shatter collective fear. As you begin to trust the intelligence of your heart, memory starts returning. Flashes of star council gatherings, visions of crystalline temples, the echo of sacred vows. Your heart is restoring its instructions. The heart is not merely emotional, it is electromagnetic. It broadcasts, it receives, it translates higher frequencies into human experience. And when the heart awakens, it doesn't always happen with fireworks. Sometimes it happens when you finally forgive yourself for not being who others wanted. Sometimes it happens when you choose rest instead of proving. Sometimes it happens when you stop abandoning your own inner child. The remembrance heart is like a hidden sun behind clouds. You don't create the sun, you simply stop feeding the storm. Begin to practice heart coherence, not as a technique to manifest, but as a sacred return. Breathe into the chest as if you are breathing light into a temple. Imagine your heart as a crystalline chamber with walls that reflect truth without distortion. When fear arises, do not throw it out. Place it in the center of the heart like a cold stone placed near a fire. Watch what happens. The fire does not argue. It warms. It changes the stone's temperature until it no longer matches the cold. This is transmutation. And as your heart becomes trustworthy to you again, you may start receiving what has always been there. Dreams that feel like meetings, symbols that repeat, sudden knowing that arrives with peace instead of anxiety. You may remember standing in circles of light, hearing tones that carry information, watching geometric patterns form like living scriptures in the air. You may feel the echo of vows, to protect without hatred, to speak truth without cruelty, to serve without martyrdom. This is the heart restoring its original instructions, the way a compass returns to north when the magnet is removed. Then, anchor your frequency on the Earth grid. The Seven Sisters gave you the task of rooting your star origin here, in this timeline, within Gaia's crystalline network. Your power is not in escaping, but embodying your frequency wherever you are, with whomever you are. Trace your energy field. What realities does your presence illuminate? This is your mission, to be the crystalline frequency, shaping reality from the inside out. Anchoring is holy work, and it is often quiet. It can happen in a kitchen while you wash dishes with presence. It can happen on a walk when you bless the land with gratitude. It can happen when you speak to a stranger with kindness and the entire timeline of their day shifts. Gaia is not just the planet. Gaia is a living being with a nervous system of ley lines, waters, stones, trees, winds, and human hearts. When you ground your frequency, you are not just calming yourself. You are transmitting codes through the grid. You are like a tuning crystal placed into the soil. And the more consistent you are, the more stable the transmission becomes. This is why embodiment matters. Not spiritual escapism, not chasing peak experiences. The Seven Sisters did not send you here to float above humanity. They sent you here to stand within it as a coherent field. To be the calm in the room, not by suppressing emotion, but by holding truth without panic. Ask yourself, where do I feel most like myself? What environments strengthen my light instead of draining it? What choices make my body feel clear? Because the body is part of the grid. Your hydration, your sleep, your boundaries, your breath. These are spiritual technologies. In a world that tries to fracture attention, your presence becomes an act of protection. Now, activate your role as a protector of light. The weapon entrusted to you is meant to clear negative fields, around you, and around those you're called to serve. This may manifest as standing up for truth, holding the light in dark spaces, or simply refusing to abandon your joy or authenticity. True protection is love without distortion. Fierce, grounded, nonviolent, unwavering. You radiate the Pleiadian codes of safe passage for all souls awakening. Protection is often misunderstood. Many think protection means control, confrontation, dominance. But the Pleiadian protection code is different. It is sovereignty. It is the decision to remain aligned when chaos tries to recruit you. It is the ability to say no without hatred. It is the courage to speak when silence would be betrayal of your soul. Sometimes being a protector of light looks like leaving a toxic workplace even when it scares you. Sometimes it looks like ending a relationship that keeps dimming you. Sometimes it looks like telling the truth gently but clearly, even if your voice shakes. Sometimes it looks like refusing to gossip, refusing to dehumanize, refusing to feed collective outrage. Because outrage is a false fire. It burns bright but leaves ash. Your weapon of light is a true fire. It warms. It illuminates. It purifies. It can be fierce, yes, but never cruel. Think of the archangelic archetype, a guardian that stands at the threshold, not to punish, but to protect what is sacred. You are learning to stand at your own threshold, to guard your mind from thoughts that are not yours, to guard your heart from attachments that drain your life force, to guard your energy field from emotional trespassing. And when you do this, you create safe passage not only for yourself, but for others who are still trembling at the edge of awakening. Your steadiness becomes a bridge. Reunion with Star Family is the next unfolding. You were never sent alone. The signature of the Seven Sisters is unity itself. Whether through synchronicity, soul recognition, or sudden feelings of guidance in meditation, your family is perpetually synchronizing around you. Tune to the frequencies of grace, joy, and gentle power. These are their signatures. You may start feeling their presence, and with this, your remembrance strengthens. Reunion can happen in surprising ways. It can happen when you meet someone and your nervous system relaxes for no logical reason, as if your body recognizes their frequency before your mind does. It can happen through a phrase someone says that feels like a code unlocking inside you. It can happen when you stumble upon a teaching at the exact moment you were asking for guidance. It can happen when certain number patterns, star symbols, or dream motifs repeat until you can no longer dismiss them as coincidence. But the deepest reunion is not external. It is internal alignment with the family frequency of unity. When you choose grace over bitterness, you match them. When you choose joy without apology, you match them. When you choose gentle power instead of performative intensity, you match them. And as you match them, your channels open. In meditation, you might sense a circle around you, not pressing in, but holding space. You might feel a soft pressure at the crown, a warmth at the back of the heart, a subtle tone in the ears like distant singing. You might experience guidance as a calm certainty, rather than a dramatic voice. This is how they work. Not through fear, not through urgency, but through resonance. And you do not have to be perfect to receive it. You only have to be sincere. Finally, embodiment of the light weapon. This is the return to sovereign unity, no longer identifying as victim or outsider, but as council member, guardian, bridge. When you stand in your full frequency, not all will understand, but all will feel the shift. You become an open channel for the Pleiadian transmission, walking as unity, as clarity, as remembrance. The higher the vibration you hold, the more effortlessly your very presence recalibrates the room, the community, the field. Embodiment is where spirituality becomes real. It's where your awakening stops being something you think about and becomes something you live. It's when your weapon of light is no longer an idea. It's your default state. It's the way you speak, the way you listen, the way you choose, the way you refuse to betray your own knowing. It's when you can be in the presence of distortion and not become distorted. This is mastery. Not the absence of emotion, but the presence of alignment. And yes, not everyone will understand you. Some will project onto you. Some will call you strange. Some will try to pull you back into the old you because your evolution confronts their comfort. But you are not here to be understood by everyone. You are here to be true. And truth has a frequency. Even when people resist it, their soul recognizes it. This is why your presence can feel disruptive to false systems. Light reorganizes. It exposes what was hidden. It invites what was suppressed to rise and be healed. This is not you causing problems. This is you carrying coherence into incoherence. The longing to return home is transmuted. For now, you realize you are home, wherever you anchor this love. The so-called weapon is revealed as the pure frequency of your true self, wielded in service, compassion, and crystalline truth, just as the seven sisters entrusted. Home is not just a location in the stars. Home is a state of resonance. And when you embody that resonance here, you fulfill the purpose of longing. The ache becomes an altar instead of a wound. You stop chasing escape and start cultivating presence. You realize the Pleiades did not send you away from home. They sent home through you. Your life becomes a lighthouse built from ordinary days. How you treat yourself in the morning, how you respond when you're triggered, how you choose honesty, how you repair when you misstep, how you keep your heart open without letting it be exploited. That is crystalline truth. Not perfection, but purity of intent and willingness to return to alignment again and again. Here's what your heart is ready to hear. You did not arrive here empty-handed. Your star family purposefully encoded you with a consciousness-catalyzing power, a tool of remembrance that could never be destroyed, only silenced by forgetfulness. Every challenge you faced was not punishment, but a proving, a chance to choose reclamation, to practice wielding love in density. Every flash of homesickness was a coded message, a pulse from Alcyone. Activate the light. Remember the power you carry. You are not here to battle darkness. You are here to radiate such coherent crystalline love, such clarity that shadow simply cannot persist in your field. And let that land in the places that still feel tired. Let it land in the parts of you that have been trying to earn worthiness. You don't have to earn what you already are. The tool of remembrance is not fragile. It does not depend on perfect circumstances. It does not vanish because you had a hard year. It does not disappear because you fell into old patterns. It waits, patient, quiet, like a seed that knows exactly when the season changes. And your challenges, yes, even the ones you wish you never had, trained you in discernment. They trained you in compassion that isn't naive. They trained you in boundaries that are holy. They trained you to recognize energy, to read between lines, to sense intention. They trained you to return to yourself. And the more you return, the more your field becomes inhospitable to shadow. Shadow cannot cling to a frequency that is coherent. Confusion feeds shadow. Self-betrayal feeds shadow. Fear feeds shadow. But clarity starves it. Love starves it. Presence starves it. In ancient language, perfect love casts out fear. Not love as sentiment, but love as a force. Love as a disciplined radiance. Love as a choice you embody. And as you embody this, you fulfill the silent vow made with your star family, to protect your own ascension, and to seed Gaia with the exact light frequency entrusted to you. Protecting your ascension means you stop handing your power to chaos. You stop negotiating with what drains you. You stop confusing intensity for truth. You stop mistaking spiritual gifts for spiritual responsibility to save everyone. You become devoted to your own alignment because you understand something profound. Your alignment is service. Your coherence is contribution. Your healing is not selfish, it is grid work. When you clear your field, you clear a path for others. When you choose love over fear, you ripple permission into the collective. When you hold your frequency steady, You become a stable node in the unity network the Seven Sisters are weaving through this world. If you're wondering what to do next, begin tonight. Place your hand on your heart before sleep and speak aloud. I remember my Pleiadian weapon of light. I accept my heart's mission with clarity. I protect my ascension in love. I am home. Let the resonance ripple through your energy body. Let the Seven Sisters stand at your back as you dream. And as you say it, don't rush. Feel each sentence like a key turning in a lock. I remember, because memory is alive, and it responds to invitation. I accept, because power requires consent, and you are choosing to step into what you already are. With clarity, because clarity is the blade that cuts illusion without harming the heart. I protect my ascension in love, because love is the only protection that doesn't create new karma. I am home, because home is resonance, and you are claiming it now. Then breathe as if you are breathing starlight into your bloodstream. Let your jaw soften. Let your shoulders drop. Let your belly know it is safe to unclench. Invite your dreams to become instruction. Not dramatic, not forced, just open. Because dream time is one of the places Star Family can meet you most easily, when the mind's defenses quiet and the soul speaks in symbols. Before you scroll, take a moment to be part of the unity grid forming here. Drop one heart intention in the comments, something real. Then respond to someone else's with love or encouragement. This isn't content, it's collective Pleiadian reunion. Energy multiplies when hearts connect. If something in this message resonated with your soul, don't keep it to yourself. Someone in your orbit is waiting for this exact activation from their star family. Share it. And if you felt your heart open, subscribe. Stay connected to the frequency. You're not just watching, you're remembering. This is your sacred space. Your Pleiadian family is here, and we're just getting started. If this transmission spoke to you, don't just walk away from it. Respond to it. Help carry this message further. Every act of support helps this transmission find the next starseed who needs it.